Hello, everybody. In Facebook land on this wonderful Furry Friday, we've got, wait a minute, I can show you. We've got some little furry guys. There's the monster. And there's Rue, working hard on a Friday afternoon. And what are we talking about today? Ella and I, are going to talk to you about, look, we're trying to socially distance and stay in the same screen. We are going to talk to you guys today about 10 ways that you can level up your bowl. If you've been in store, you have heard us talking about leveling up your bowl, building a buffet in your bowl. We want to give the floofs some variety. We want to avoid intolerances or sensitivities to always eating the same protein, and nobody wants to eat the same thing every day. So we want to talk about 10 ways to level up your bowl. But we're going to preface this by saying, okay, it doesn't matter what you're feeding today, you can always build that buffet in your bowl. You can always level up the bowl, always improve the nutrition that we're feeding the little furry guys. And it doesn't matter what you're feeding, we can always make it better. We can always provide variety. The other thing that we wanted to talk about was that the majority of pet parents today are feeding a dry diet. In fact, the number's about 80%. 80% of pet parents today feed a dry diet. We always recommend getting some sort of additional hydration into your bowl, whether it's bone broth or goat's milk. Some folks use water, and you can, but there are so many health benefits to adding bone broth or goat's milk. We'd rather see bone broth or goat's milk. So to preface our 10 ways to level up your bowl, we want to say that every single one of these bowls, hi Catherine, and Amanda, and Lee, and Malaya, we want to say that every single one of these bowls you can add goat's milk or bone broth to, and then all the other things that we're going to talk about for 10 easy ways to level up your bowl. So Ella's going first. I'm going to flip this around because I'm going to follow Ella on her mission to show us the first way to level up our bowl. And she's got a minute, you guys, because we're going to get you done in a minute.
Perfect. So the first way to level up your bowl is freeze-dried raw. So freeze-dried is great. It's shelf-stable. It's meat, organs, bones, and fruit and vegetables. So usually they're in a little nugget or a little tiny kibble shape. You don't have to feed this as your complete diet. You can just add a little tiny nugget on top and add that in. We have a couple other options. We've got some Noble. We've got Instinct Raw Boost. These are the mixers. These guys are great. They're going to help promote a soft, silky coat. You can have less poops in the backyard. If you have a picky dog, we usually recommend topping with the freeze-dried. Freeze-dried is a great palatability to them. They usually all love it. It's awesome. It mixes well with kibble if you add a little bit of hydration. So freeze-dried is the way to go for your first one.
Okay, and now I'm giving Ella the phone. The monkey has legs, so he doesn't want to use them. Raw, dehydrated is what we're talking about now. This, you guys, if you have not been in store to see Smack. Smack is made right here in Canada, in Winnipeg, just next door. They are the only 5-star dehydrated raw food in the market. I always tell folks, they could have called it crack, they decided to call it Smack. All the furry guys love Smack. So again, if you've got a picky little guy out there, they're gonna love their Smack.
Awesome. Catherine has a question. She says, how do you get a stubborn dog to drink her goat's milk? Mimsy started, but then sticks her nose up at it.
So I would say if it's just plain goat's milk and Mimsy is all of a sudden not interested in the plain goat's milk, maybe we try a flavored goat's milk. The other option is we can mix goat's milk with a little bit of food. Ella, do you have other suggestions?
You can definitely do that. You can try a different type. You can try dehydrated. You could try flavored. You could try mixing it in with bone broth or freeze-dried. Heather says she can't hear us right now. Can you hear us now, Heather?
Uh-oh. It's the powder. Can everybody else hear us? Oh, now I gotta flip this around. Can everybody else hear us? We'll make sure that everybody can hear us. Otherwise, you guys are just watching us run around looking like goobers.
If she doesn't like the powder, I suggest trying a frozen one. My dogs are iffy on the powder, but they love the frozen or the fresh one. So go for
Okay,
that.
Jen says she's hearing us. Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, and so now Ella is talking about. I'm gonna flip you guys around. Oh, good. Heather can hear us now.
Next, we've got raw toppers. So these are the ones by Primal. They're just meat, organs, and bone. They are not complete and balanced. They're just a topper. So great way to help with their teeth. Raw is the only thing that will help remove the plaque and tartar that is pre-existing. So that's a great way to add that in for oral health. They also usually love it. And then you're getting closer to that biologically appropriate diet. You don't have to feed all raw, but a topper is great. A reminder that when you're feeding a topper, it should only make up at most 20% of the bowl. If you do anything more, you could be unbalancing their food. So it's just the topper. We have all the different types of raw. You don't have to go for the toppers. You can use some patties, you can use some puffs, whatever you like.
Okay, I'm gonna go do wet stew. Oh, Ella's. Never mind. Olivia's there. All right, here we go. Craig is Zayner's favorite customer.
There it is.
All right, you guys. So another way that we can top up our bowl or level up our bowl is by adding a wet stew or a wet food. We do the open farm stews. I wish you guys could smell this, because if I could open it for you right now, you would think that this is stew that we could eat. And we probably could. I tell people all the time, if we get trapped in here, we can eat the food. But this adds to our hydration. It provides a little bit of variety. We can mix in a different protein. And again, if we have a little furry guy that is maybe a little bit picky and he's, I don't love all the things I'm eating, this is a great way that we can entice him to eat because of the stew and all of the liquid, the hydration that it puts into the food. Is there a question, Ellie? You look like
There is a question. Catherine says that she froze the goat's milk and her pup still wouldn't touch it. In that case, maybe your dog just doesn't like goat's milk. We can always try a pre and probiotic powder that they can't really taste and add it into a bone broth or a wet or something they do like. So they're still getting the benefits of those natural pre and probiotics, but in a form they like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what's the next one?
All right, our next one.
Edible elixirs.
Okay,
Perfect.
edible
So
elixirs. Excellent. I've got Ella. Whoop.
There we are. So here are our Primal edible elixirs. They come in their two sizes, 16 or 32 ounce. These are fresh toppers. So you can add these into your bowl. They're frozen now. Once they're thawed, good in the fridge for 7 days. You're adding in that fresh food into the diet, and you're also adding in extra hydration since they all have bone broth in them. We've got the Power Greens. That's a really good immunity booster. My dogs love those. Your dogs or dogs with joint problems. And then Awesome Squash. I always keep some of that on hand. Great source of fiber, great source of nutrients when they're sick, and it helps calm the tummy if they're having any diarrhea or constipation. So
Jen says, we rock. You rock too, Jen. Love you. Okay. And we're doing gently cooked.
Perfect.
Oh, I switched it around to me.
Oh. Perfect.
All right, our open farm gently cooked, fantastic way to level up the bowl. Gently cooked means what Open Farm does with this is they put the mixture together. It comes in 4 different proteins. Comes in chicken, comes in beef, turkey, or surf and turf, which is beef and salmon. Open Farm makes their mixture, they package the food, and then they sous vide it, which means that they cook it in hot water. That's why it's gently cooked. It's not cooked like how we would eat it. It's gently cooked. So it's very close to raw, but it is not raw. The puppers love it. So this doesn't have to be an everyday feeding. This can literally be Sunday's family supper. This can be special occasions. This can be once, twice, 3 times a week. This can be a fantastic topper to increase our hydration, tempt the palate, and get some additional proteins in.
Perfect.
All right.
Awesome. So next up, we've got raw meaty bones. So we have all our bones kind of over in here. Again, with that oral health, raw meaty bones are the best thing to get that pre-existing plaque and tartar off of their teeth. They love them. They're really good for chewing. It's great for their emotional health as well. With the raw meaty bones, you want to make sure you're feeding no more than 3 a week. Bone helps firm up the stool, but if we're feeding too much, we're going to have too firm of poops. But these are great ways to get in some fresh food into their diet and increase their chewing.
Excellent. And Pam says that Mando loves it.
Good.
He may love, I don't know what he loves, but it's good that Mando loves it. Nom love the raw meaty bones, a fave here. That's what Jen says. Perfect. Okay, we are doing pre and probiotics. So, like Ella was saying, Catherine, with regards to Mimsy, if she's not loving her goat's milk, but we're still trying to get those prebiotics, probiotics into her belly, we can do that with a powdered supplement. Goat's milk provides us with that natural probiotic, that natural antihistamine, that natural tummy tamer. We can do that with our powdered products as well. So this is Adored Beast. They have a variety of products. They work very quickly. They work very well. The greeters are on duty, you guys. The greeters are on duty. But they are. There's a blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. So little guys with pancreatitis, or guys with allergies, or guys that have excessive defecation, we've got an option here in our powdered probiotics.
Perfect.
Okay. Super Shrooms Turkey Tail.
Awesome.
I guess all of the super snouts you can do. All right.
Perfect. So next up, we've got our beautiful little super snouts. So these are all natural supplements that you can add into their bowl. All my dogs get the Super Shrooms or Turkey Tail every single day. There's been studies done that mushrooms help prevent cancer. Turkey Tail is also known when they do have cancer. It helps from that cancer from spreading and actually can shrink it. So these are really great supplements. Joint Power, that's 100% pure green lipid mussels. This is amazing for those dogs that have a little bit of stiff joints, or you have a giant sized dog and you want to start them on this early so that they don't develop joint problems. We also have Pumpkin Latte. If your dog ever gets that yellow bile, that means they have nothing in their stomach. This is a great way to combat that, whether you do it before bed or when they first wake up. And then we have GI Balance for those guys that have a little bit more sensitive tummies. This is a great everyday topper.
And urinary berry.
This one's great if they do have a UTI or you want to prevent one. So you give the full dose if they have a UTI. If they don't, you give a half dose and you give it only 3 days a week. So you can do that one 3 days a week and help prevent those urinary tract infections.
Zaner gets his Turkey Tail and Joint Power every day, and the monkey loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ella tried to throw me a little bit of a curveball here, guys, okay? Because the last thing she has on my list is Gently Cooked.
Did I put 2 Gently Cooked?
Yeah, you did. So what we're gonna talk about is actually we're gonna scoosh in so we can see each other.
There we go.
We're gonna talk about ways that you can top up your bowl or level up your bowl right from your very own kitchen. So if you have got, here's the whole thing. We've talked about this before, you guys. The gut microbiome in our cats and dogs, just as much as it is in us, that is where their health comes from. So if we can keep and get the gut healthy, we can keep and make the animal healthy. So because the gut microbiome is a living microbiome, a living organism, the more living microbiomes you can get into them, the healthier they will be. What does that mean? You're chopping up carrots for your supper, but you're not going to eat the end of the carrot. Give it to your dog. You're chopping up some cucumbers, but you don't want to eat the end of the cucumber. Give it to your dog. Those are living microbiomes, plant matter that we would feed ourselves with. You can give that to your dog. So fruits and veggies in your house, fruits like cranberries or raspberries or strawberries or blueberries, fantastic additions to their diet. Cruciferous veggies, that means things like your cauliflower, your broccoli, your Brussels sprouts, your green beans. Those are fantastic additions to that little pupper's diet. Kitties, they're not going to love it so much, but some, we learned today. Which one?
Adriana Morrison.
No, but what was her?
Winnie.
Winnie.
Yeah.
It was Winnie, yes. Winnie loves bananas. She's a
Every
kitty.
morning she gets a banana.
And she likes her little banana popsicles as well. So there's tons of ways, guys, that we can build that buffet in the bowl, provide variety, reduce or eliminate the possibility of creating those intolerances or sensitivities to different proteins, and we can give them, like I said, variety. Who wants to eat the same thing, right, all the time? Jen Evans, love it. Gonna share the tortoises veggies with the pups tonight. Absolutely, you have to. Okay, well, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope that we gave you a couple more ideas for different ways that you can level up your bowl and make your little fluffy guys as healthy as possible through nutrition. We look forward to seeing you in store today or tomorrow. If not, back again on Monday. Do not forget, the paparazzi party starts Monday. It goes all week long. We've got our selfie station set up to get the red carpet pictures. We've got props for the furry guys, gift bags, flag bags, and some in-store sales that you'll find out about next week.
Wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese, which is actually bone broth and cheese. But bring the puppers by, bring the kitties by, and have fun at the biggest paparazzi party of the year. We will see you guys in store this weekend. Otherwise, have a great weekend, you guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.